Hey Internet, it's me. Now, tonight's movie is a Korean movie called Thirst from 2009. It's about a priest who becomes a vampire and then falls in love with this orphan girl he used to know as a kid. And then I don't even know what the plot is from there. It gets. You know the will they won't they relationship in Friends with Ross and Rachel? This movie is that, but somehow even more frustrating. Like these two, they're together, but then also one or both of them will act like they don't want to be, and then they'll kiss and have sex and do things like that, but then they'll yell at each other and just, I don't know. The whole time the dynamic is so weird between them. I don't know if it's the acting or if it's just weird writing, or maybe just a cultural difference on how people are expected to act, but it wasn't fun to watch them together. I was never really rooting for them because it just felt kind of forced and unnatural and just not believable anyway. But that relationship aside, the movie is so slow. It's just under 2.5 hours long. And I swear to God, nothing happens the whole time. There is a lot of talking, a lot of philosophical, do I really want to be a vampire? Do I want to live like this? Should I make these other people vampires? Should I do this? Should I do that? Am I still going to be a priest or am I just a vampire? It's so much talking and nothing happens. I don't know why this is in the horror genre. It has horror elements. A lot of it's dark. It has vampires. Some people die. But it's not horror. At no point are you scared. Nothing particularly disturbing happens. There's no jump scares or imagery that's really going to frighten you. It's basically a drama with some spooky themes in it. And yeah, I don't know, I was bored. I was not having a great time watching it. It definitely could have been more entertaining. And it's not because it was in a foreign language. I watch a lot of foreign films. I actually love watching foreign films. I always think it's interesting to see people, I like when they express words, and even though I'm just reading the words and don't understand the language, I can still understand, the intent or the emotion just from how they deliver the lines. Even if they're saying gibberish, even if it's completely incomprehensible, not just in other languages, even if the words are made up entirely, you can still just with your voice and your facial expression and your inflection, you can still get certain emotions across. And so I like watching foreign films for that aspect. I like seeing how they deliver emotion and how they can display their intent just on their face without the words. It's always very impressive when you see really good nonverbal acting. This movie did not have that. This movie was just boring. I was not invested in the characters or the story, honestly. It was just a whole lot of nothing. And like I said, visually, there wasn't a whole lot going on either. There was nothing scary. It was just, I don't know. It was a whole bunch of nothing. So, yeah, I don't even know what else to say. It was really kind of a disappointment. It was just a Korean drama with vampires. Which is weird because, excuse me, I still don't know how to breathe in camera apparently. A few years ago, I watched Only Lovers Left Alive, which was also a drama starring Tilda Swinton, Tom Hiddleston, and they were vampires. So a very similar kind of thing, where it's going through their relationship drama and the difficulties of being a vampire. And much like this movie, that movie had some nudity in it, which, by the way, if you see both Tilda Swinton and Tom Hiddleston nude, you can't go wrong. That's a win for everybody. But just this movie did none of the things that movie did right. Those characters were just likable, and I was interested in where their relationship was going, and like how they were going to react to what was happening, and where they were going to go in the story, and what their path forward was going to be. This, I had none of that. I didn't care at all. So I think that's my review. If you were considering watching this movie, what you should do is not, and instead go watch Only Lovers Left Alive. That is actually a good, entertaining film. You will enjoy yourself, and I'm pretty sure it's shorter than the 2.5 hour runtime of this monstrosity of a movie. So yeah, go watch that. Don't watch this. Very boring. Nothing happens. Do not recommend. And that's all I got. I'll see you tomorrow.